Hello, who's your fans, who's your haters, and everyone in between. This is the Crimson Coliseum podcast. Now, today's episode, we're going to be just concluding the Six Squires series as basketball season's about ready to begin. If you think I should do a Terry Moore episode just on her time in Indiana, I've been thinking about doing that. Um, just to really show like how well Terry Moore has been over the past near decade she's been at IU. I'll probably do that probably next week. Maybe, because I'll probably be more open next week with episodes. So yeah, but let me know if that sounds like a good idea. But this is just going to conclude all of what I've said. An overall record of every coach, postseason, all of the NBA players that were drafted, and tournament records, and averages, everything, and like who I think are would be a starting five plus a six, an all-time starting five plus a sixth man, post Bob Knight. And also my opinion, the five best and worst seasons. So let's get right into it. So to overview just the in full records, Mike Davis was 115 and 79 and 55 and 41 in his 6 years in Indiana. Kelvin Sampson was 43 and 15, 21 and 7 in conference play in his 2 years in Indiana. Dan Dakich in the 7 games he was in was three wins, 4 losses, and 3 in conference play. Tom Crean in his 9 years was 166 and 135, 71 and 91 in conference play. Archie Miller was 67 and 58, 33 and 44 in conference play. And then Mike Woodson was 63 and 40, 31 and 29 in conference play, which goes out to an overall record of 457 and 331 with 214 and 215 in conference play. And now just maths, quick maths, real fast. It's about 19 wins a season if we're doing about 24 seasons, which I think 2001 was the first year. So actually it's um actually a little bit, so 457 divided by 23. So it's about just under 20 wins a season for Indiana if we're doing it 23 seasons. So 21 and basically just at 20 and 14 and about 9 and 9 in conference play. 21 and 14 average, 9 and 9 in conference play. Postseason records. Mike Davis was 7 and 3 in the NCAA tournament and 7 and 6 in the Big Ten tournament. Kel, Kel, Kelvin Sampson was 1 and 1 in the NCAA tournament and the Big Ten tournament, so he got one win and then lost the next one. Dan Dakich was 0 and 1 in both the NCAA and Big Ten tournaments. Tom Crean was 6 and 4 in the Big Ten NCAA tournament, but 4 and 9 in the Big Ten tournament. So 6 and 4 in the NCAA, 4 and 9 in the Big Ten. Archie Miller did not compete, did not have a game in the NCAA tournament, but was 1 and 3 in the Big Ten tournament. And Mike Woodson is 2 and 2 in the NCAA tournament and 4 and 3 in the Big Ten tournament, which comes out to 16 and 11 in the NCAA tournament for Indiana and 16 and 23 in the Big Ten tournament. So yeah, interesting. So they've been in 11 big NCAA tournaments and of the 23 years, but have been granted they're absolutely getting carried by that 01-02 run, but that's beside the point. The NBA players that was able to get into that were from IU, and this goes by chronological order. So Kirk Haston was the first round pick that went to Charlotte. Jared Jeffries, the first round pick, went to Washington. Bracy Wright was a second round pick to Minnesota. Eric Gordon was a first round pick to the Clippers. DJ White was a first round pick to Detroit. Victor Oladipo was a first round pick to Orlando. Cody Zeller was a first round pick to Charlotte. Yogi Ferrell and Troy Williams went undrafted. Thomas Bryant was a second round pick to Utah. OG Anunoby was a first round pick to Toronto. Romeo Langford was a first round pick to Boston. Juwan Howard went undrafted. Trace Jackson Davis was a second round pick to Golden State. Jalen Hood-Schifino was a first round pick to the LA Lakers. And Khalil Ware was a first round pick to Miami. So that's 16 NBA players, 10 first round picks, 3 second round picks, and 3 undrafted players. And looking at the all-time starting five, in my opinion, this is just all-time starting five plus the six man. Point guard, you got Yogi Ferrell in his 4 seasons in Indiana, 2012 to 2016, 14 and a half points, 3.2 rebounds, 4.6 assists. Was a two-time All Big Ten selection in 2014-15 and 15-16. 2012-13 All Big Ten freshman team. 2015-16 All Big Ten defensive team. And the 2016 All NCAA tournament region team. In the shooting guard, I've got Victor Oladipo. In his 3 seasons from 2010 to 2013, he averaged 10.7 points, 5.2 rebounds, and 1.7 assists. Was a two-time All Big Ten defensive team in 2011-12 and 12-13. 2012-13, 2012-2013 Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year. Sorry, I'm just looking up. Never mind, I can't find it. 2012-13 Consensus All-American. 2012-13 Rupp Trophy, which is the Player of the Year during that time, and then 2012-13 NABC Defensive Player of the Year. Small forward, I've got Jared Jeffries, who was under Mike Davis. He only played 2 seasons from 2000 to 2002. Averaged 14.4 points, 7.2 rebounds, 2.2 assists. Was the Big Ten Freshman of the Year in the 2000-2001 season. 2001 All Big Ten Tournament team. All Big Ten team in 01-02. Big Ten Player of the Year in 2001-2002. And an All-American second team in 01-02. And the 2002 NCAA Tournament region team. At the power forward position, I've got DJ White under Mike Davis and Kelvin Sampson. Had 4 seasons, 2004 to 2008. Averaged 14.6 points, 7.6 rebounds, and 1 assist. 2004-05 All Big Ten Freshman Team, as well as the 2004-2005 Big Ten Freshman of the Year. 2007-08 All Big Ten Team. 2007-08 Big Ten Player of the Year. And 2007-08 Second Team All-American. At the center position is Trace Jackson Davis, who was under Archie Miller and Mike Woodson. In his 4 seasons at Indiana, from 2019 to 2023, he averaged 17.9 points, 9 rebounds, and 2.2 assists. Um, Sorry, I'm looking up something to make sure my stuff's right. But All Big Ten freshman team in 2019-2020, All Big Ten third team in 1920, All Big Ten second team in 2021, All Big Ten second team in 21-22, two-time Big Ten All Conference tournament 22 and 23, two-time Big Ten All Defensive team in 22-23, All Big Ten first team in 22-23, and the 22-23 first team consensus All American. And then for my sixth man, I've got Bracy Wright, who was there for 3 seasons from 2002 to 2005. That's what I was making sure I was right on. Averaged 17.6 points, 5 rebounds, 2.4 assists. Was the All Big Ten freshman team in 02 and 03, and an All Big Ten selection team in 04-05. And in my opinion, that's just what I think the all-time starting five is. I had a debate about shooting guard with Bracy Wright and Victor Oladipo because Wright had the better stats, but Oladipo had the better accolades. It was just that. In the best and worst seasons, I'm gonna go 5-1. So let's go worst. Let's go worst starting out. So the fifth worst season, in my opinion, was the 2003-2004 season under Mike Davis, who was 14-15, 7-9 in conference play. This fourth worst season, and you're gonna see a lot of these early Tom Crean years, was Tom Crean, 2010-2011, who had 12-20 and 3-15 in conference play. The third worst season, in my opinion, was the 2009-2010 season under Tom Crean, 10-21, 4-14 in conference play. The second worst season, in my opinion, due to the talent that was on that team, was the 2020-21 season under Archie Miller, who was 12 and 15, 7 and 12 in conference play. And then last but not least, my opinion, the worst season post Bob Knight was the 08-09 season under Tom Crean, 6 and 27, 1 and 17 in conference play. But I'm not gonna say that it's an absolutely terrible season because like it's the first season post sanctions, so they give a little bit of grace. But because there's only 6 wins and one in conference play, I had to knock it down. And the best, in my opinion, the best seasons at number 5 is the 22-23 season under Mike Woodson. 23 and 12, 12 and 8 in conference play, made the second round of the NCAA tournament. In fourth place is the 2015-16 season under Tom Crean. 27 and 8, 15 and 3 in conference play, and made the Sweet 16. In 2011-2012 season, Tom Crean with the third best season, 27 and 9, 11 and 7 in conference play, made the Sweet 16. 2012-2013 season, Tom Crean, again, another Tom Crean season, was number 2 with 29 and 7, 14 and 4 in conference play, made the Sweet 16. And in my opinion, the best season, if you include regular season and tournament play, was the 2001-2002 season under Mike Davis. 25 and 12, 11 and 5 conference play, made the NCAA tournament final. So post Bob Knight, starting the 2000 and 2001 season, we've been on the AP poll 13 years, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 13 seasons. Um, Made the NCAA tournament 12 years. I don't know why it says 11. I think eight. Well, I'm gonna make. I'm sorry. I'm making sure my counting's right. Yeah, it says 12. Weird. So 16 and 12, never mind, not 16 and 11, 16 and 12 in NCAA tournament play. So I got something wrong in the postseason records. My bad. Um, but we have won NCAA tournament games. 4, 5. So first round, we got knocked out of the first round 3 times, but won a first 4 games. So yeah, we've got all but 2 of them. We've won a game, whether it's the first 4 or the first round. We have made the Sweet 16 4 times and made it past Sweet 16 once since Bob Knight has gone, made the Final Four and all that stuff in 01-02. So yeah, my opinion of the post Bob Knight era of IU, it is not the same level of standard as it used to be. 100%. And you could really accredit that to the end of Kelvin Sampson's tenure. Really, it's just you want like a lot of people want IU to be um consistent powerhouse, but right now we're still a building program. Under Mike Woodson right now we're still building. We're not there yet, and a lot of people are impatient and want it now, and it's just not going to happen now. Sadly. This year, hopefully things are good, and I'll be talking about this year a little bit. I'll probably do a Terry Moore episode, get that working, and have that be done next week so that once the season gets started for them, you'll have an episode discussing Terry Moore's tenure. That's what's going to happen. So thank you all for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe on YouTube channel platforms, and I'll just ask you, what is your most favorite year to watch IU basketball?